Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate demo. So unfortunately you will not be seeing that thing in this demo because there's only 3 monsters, I believe. I don't know how the multiplayer works. I don't even know too much about the game. Huh, so maybe... was that actually the thing in the crater? Actually, we only have a time limit of 25 minutes. So we'll start with the Macau. For Barioth, he's a carryover from Tri, so I fought him before. He's really annoying. My preferred weapon when fighting was Sword and Shield. For this one... okay. So yeah, I'll take the Lance, because that looks like Brachydio's armor, and looks kind of cool. Compared to the other things, this looks kind of like Los stuff. Like, the armor looks like Los, but that weapon looks different. That one, I'm not sure what that one's supposed to be. I highly doubt that's Teostra. That one's just weird. That one looks kind of... I don't know if that's supposed to be Lagai. No, that's not Lagai. Hey, that's the other one. I'd say those two are probably the same. That might actually be Lagai, Chris. That's probably just guild armor or something. That one looks like guild armor. I've wasted too much time already. Lance. Now this is what makes it different from the other Monster Hunters. You have these styles. So they mentioned guild styles, definitive style for members of the Hunters Guild. Allows for 2 hunter arts and has a versatile mix of attacks. Great for adapting to any situation. You have Striker, simple to use. Style lets you use up to 3 hunter arts. Easier to charge with the arts gauge. The styles prefer going heavy on the arts. For aerial, allows you to use an aerial dodge, propel yourself into the air, you can launch yourself off of players and barrels, great for mounting. For a lance, generally you don't want to mount, at least in normal Monster Hunter, you have to remember this is different. Adept, all about wait until the last second. Yeah, I'm not bothering with this one. So once you know all the timings, this one would make sense, hence why it's called Adept. You have Valor, relies on sheathing to fill your gauge, so this is better for a greatsword, I'd say. And then Alchemy. I'm gonna stick with Guild. So I don't know how the areas work exactly. Client Capcom, hunt a great Macau. Watch out for its bouncing dropkick. Use its tail as a spring. But what happens if you attack while it's hopping on its tail? Don't forget to use the on-screen map. So they're giving us flash bombs. I should be concerned, I think. They're giving us traps. Paralysis knife. Oh man, we're going back to these. So I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of disappointed with what I'm seeing here already. Those are your general herbivores. Looks like they're giving us markers to know where we need to go. Dung bomb, dash juice. So anyway, if you're coming to this from the Monster Hunter World videos on my channel, this is more in line with the older games. The way the map is set up with these various areas, you're able to retreat and crap. That allows you to sharpen and so on. This I did kind of miss from World because it made tracking stuff easier. Okay, even my little combo is different. But graphically, this thing does not impress me. This is ugly as all hell. Of course he doesn't go for me and charge the counter. Okay, that is something I'm probably not going to get used to, so if I pick this game up, I am definitely not going to Lance. Generally for the Lance, it was all about doing your quick 3 hits, circle, and just keep poking and whittle the enemy down. Here, that third strike is really delayed, and unless they're going to give, like, strength buffs to the Lance, it's not going to be competitive. What the hell is that? So I'm not even bothering with the sparkler because this isn't the finished game. Man. Like, I do want to hit it while it's using the little tail thing. Pulling him out of the corner. He's calling his minions. So, generally when they're disabled like that, you want to go for their soft spot, which more often than not is the head. Some enemies are going to have parts that can be cut off. This one, being a small fry, doesn't look like it has anything going for it. I think I just broke its face. Someone's pinging, but I don't know what it's for. So I probably should look to see if they'll tell me what armor this is. This is a mining spot if you're coming here from World. Dragon Ember's kind of new. I don't know if I'm going to bother with traps just yet. Yeah, this looks like 3DS level bad. Taking off. Is that a Kelby it's eating? just done a trap. All the years I spent lancing this game, and this one goes and well, the series, I should say. This game makes it so much different than it used to be. Now that I think about it, I didn't even try to mount this sucker. So I'm going to give it a moment to fall asleep, and then we're going to go crash its park. I think I'm going to try Barioth after this with the sword and shield. Although I have a feeling I'm going to regret it. So real quick. I don't even let you look at the equipment. That's annoying. So it's possible that this is not where it sleeps. I just imagine it was going towards it and kind of, you know, being close to death. Try to do the counterattack there. I can't dash forward. So you can see your pickaxes break in this game, so that's why you have to carry spares. That's why I have 2 of them in my inventory. This was one of the changes going from this, well, the classic series into World that I actually enjoyed, so I didn't have to bring 5 pickaxes because some teammate's going to forget one and beg for one. Yeah. So the thing's blue, so that means it's asleep now. I don't know if it's just for the demo they allow you to see the monster at all times, if that's part of the game, or if this set actually has auto-tracker built into it. Wakey, wakey. Okay, I didn't expect that to kill him. So, my one-liner on to waste. Anyway, oh, they only let you carve the sucker. So yeah, I am really disappointed with Lance. We'll give it a shot because that only took 16 minutes counting the intro. So it's possible Barioth could have some new tricks since Try. I didn't play Try Ultimate, I think. Yeah, this software is getting closed somewhat soon. No. Wow, Capcom, wow. Okay, so those still seem to be the same. We will grab this one. So I imagine all the descriptions are the same, it's just what all do you want to bring. Choose your art thing is going to take me really long to adapt to. On the swift wyvern Barioth, with sharp tusks and spikes and agile movements, it's a formidable foe. Didn't get to read the rest of it, but the reason why I bring sword and shield for this guy is because the sucker can move. And I'd like to say I'm just being a little overly dramatic, but this sucker can move. So the exit is actually there. Once again, we're able to see it. We have a different set of armor, most likely something guild-related from the look of it. Fastest way to there seems to be Okay, the water has me a little concerned. Like, we might have Plesioth in the game, which I'm not looking forward to. Like, if he were in the game, I'd probably at least build a bow weapon so that I can shoot the sucker while he's out there. Or a gun, one of the two. So... how do we get up there? So I'm trying to mount him so that I can try to break something. If you can break his claw, wings, or we're gonna call them, he can't zip around the ice as well. The thing is, this isn't really the greatest sword and shield to use, period. Generally with him, you'd want some sort of elemental advantage. This thing looks just like crap. And it's not helping that he's so big and I'm so tall, I can't hit him even when he's next to me. Hoping to mount him first. But hopefully you can understand why this guy was such a pain in the old days of Monster Hunter. Basically any agile enemy, choose any one, was dangerous just because of how limited the technology was at the time and how cumbersome the weapons would be used. So go for the claw and give him a chance here. It's still a hit. So I'm guessing this armor has nothing to do with evasion, which would make perfect sense for Cat. starting to suspect this thing has negative evasion. Anyway, he's a little furious right now. It's really disappointing they don't let you see the sets, so you can't see what skills you have, or in this case, don't have. Hey, we rolled through something. But not the hip check. Okay, I now know that sucks. Pop-up potion because for some reason that always gets the monster's attention. Now Sword and Shield can use the items while the weapons are drawn. Gotta wait for the hip check connects. I'm starting to think I'm not going to be able to mount this thing again. The important thing is his eyes aren't glowing red anymore, which means he's not enraged. I think he's leaving. Okay, we have an attack buff in place, and I went to the wrong area. Those look like Velociprey. What's kind of interesting here is I don't need a cold drink. I don't know if that's because they're trying to dump down the game that much, or what exactly. In case you're wondering, you can break his mouth twice. Assuming this is like try. Looks like he's leaving again. You need to be careful usually when entering the area because he may start on a higher ground and then jump down on you. Here he did not. You can see he's getting tired because he's eating the... I forgot what the new thing with the curly Q mustache is called. Popo. And if you don't understand the curly Q mustache, you may want to go to YouTube and type in Monster Hunter Try Iron Beard. So yeah, that was not an evasion. So when he tries to run around, you'll see him slipping and sliding now that the one claw is broken. Basically, once you break that first claw, loses so much mobility that it's a completely different fight. That's why I'll sometimes run a paralysis sword and shield against him, especially if I'm with teammates, because the damage loss that I get for packing a sword and shield is more than offset by what we can get with one salvo while he is stunned. Or paralyzed, I should say. In case you're wondering, you can stun with sword and shield. I'm doing some damage here and there for it. It's just very hard to actually pull that off with sword and shield. Yeah, you cannot evade worth a damn. And it's not my imagination, she's using some sort of fan. Or Tessin. sadly, he can still fly even after breaking a claw. And a phone call distracted me. Sublime. He broke his tusks. Couldn't dive out of the way. You can see he's slowing down. But I can promise you this, if I ever get this game, there is no way in hell I'm using this set. There might be some merit to using the fan, it's just these clothes do not synergize with the sword and shield. Anyway, if not for him just being marked for one reason or another, you'd have to throw a paintball at him to mark him on the map. I'll probably do it just for the sake of doing it. It lasts about 10 minutes, in case you're wondering. It's right there, marked him up because I got his ankle. Those yellow swirls, that's when you're actually dealing stun damage to him. I can push the A button and swing my shield, it's just... like, I'm doing a very poor job when it comes to focusing in general. That's the shield bash. So he's so tired, he can't use his ice breath anymore. But anyway, you generally don't want to try to stun him with your shield. Usually that's best left to a hammer or a hunting horn. Anyway, since he roared, he might be able to use his breath again. Try to roll under him. Okay, we broke the other claw. I'm just gonna go to town on the tail. I didn't actually mean to mount him, but I will take it. Anyway, just keep in mind if I were using a hammer, he would have been stunned long ago. So he actually did have his breath. I think he's leaving. So what do I have for items here? I'm gonna use one of these and one of these. One other thing I should stress with the sword and shield is just because you have a shield, you should only use that as a last resort. Dodging should always be your primary objective. And the reason for that being is you do not have the heavy shield of the lance. As such, there's fewer things you can block, and that's a mining spot, by the way. And so there are fewer things you can block, and even the stuff that you do block, sometimes you'll take damage from. It's gonna roar. Like, it makes no sense. This set has... There we go, we finally did it. It only took me all freaking match. But anyway, if you're ever with a hammer or a hunting horn, let them do that. Couldn't see if that was a banana. Yeah, that's a banana. Yeah, I simply cannot roll through that roar. Yeah, I can't dodge anything. There has to be a negative penalty on this set. Knobber can paralyze you if you ignore it. Don't. So I'm going to drop the shock trap. And yeah, this did not impress me much. It'd be one thing if they gave you something like... Well, if you could see what your bonuses are to play around them, that would be one thing. I don't know. No, Capcom, no. So I know how the multiplayer works. Let's see, do I have to have them in my friends list, or how's this? So yeah, Monster Hunter Generations, I'm probably going to pass on this and hope that a full-blown Monster Hunter comes to the Switch. Seeing as they prefer to put their stuff on portables, I imagine it'd be more likely to get something here other than this than probably the competition. But I don't know. So anyway, if you're interested in it, you can check it out. Demo's free. Just make sure you don't inadvertently buy the game, since they had to throw that in there. And yeah, see what you think, see if any of the other weapons are better, what have you. But anyway, I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.